Alright, Shalom. Before I start, give all praises to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakurash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all like the Akim wa Akwath, learning and teaching in truth and sincerity. Another video through the Spirit. Real quick one. Came across this yesterday, so I'm just getting it up there. Which this is something that we know, but we're seeing that Esau, Edom, alright, America specifically, right? Because hey, this is this is the America is the whore that rides upon the beast, right? But America is also a strong, so-called strong military power. See, back decades past, this was the image of the world of who you don't want to fuck with. This was the shining light over the blue sea of the epitome of what a man should be, of what life is like. Well, it's not like that in America anymore, and motherfuckers don't want to show up to sign up to defend this country. So if you don't have any defenders, what does that mean? That means motherfuckers can easily run through it, right? If you don't got no offensive line for the quarterback, what can happen to the quarterback? He'll get sacked up. Sacked up, wrapped up. So America's getting ready to get sacked up and wrapped up. And Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, for these decades past, has been working on the spirits of these people to influence them not to join the military. So let's see what's going down in Babylon.
The military has a problem. It can't find enough humans. To appeal to Gen Z, the Army is pumping out TikTok-style get-ready-with-me videos like this.
I'm going to show you my daily hair and makeup routine, as well as discuss some of the updated Army grooming standards.
But it's hardly working. I mean, only 800 people saw that video on Go Army's YouTube channel.
The U.S. Army had its most difficult recruiting year since it ended the draft in 1973.
The U.S. military is even going to esports and mom influencers, trying to convince you to join.
Influencers are not telling them to go into the military. Moms, dads, uncles, coaches, pastors do not see it as a good choice.
But what does all of this mean for the world's most powerful country? The military fell short of its recruitment goals by over 60,000 recruits in 2022. This is the first time the military missed its recruitment goals in more than a decade.
Leaving the Army, Navy, and Air Force roughly 30,000 recruits short of their goals.
And just look at these numbers. The number of people who have joined the military each year has declined by more than 20% since 2010. The average age of a new recruit is 20 years old. It used to be 18 just a few years ago. And the military is having a harder time recruiting people from certain demographics like women and minorities. But
AKA niggas.
why are people not wanting to join the military anymore? Well, here are 4 reasons. The wars in Iraq.
So we're seeing that they fell 60,000 short. So let's look at some of the 4 reasons why they list Americans are refusing to join. And you already know what scriptures we're going to go to. I'm just letting this video play so you can see.
Afghanistan have taken a toll on the military's reputation. See, many people are hesitant to join an institution that has been involved in so much conflict and made people wonder what was the point of that. Second, there didn't used to be so many options for young people. Today you can be a software engineer in your basement, a YouTuber, a graphic designer. But a few decades ago you were limited to the jobs that were available in your physical community. Third, the job market is very strong right now in the US. The unemployment
Lie.
rate is low. There are
And that's a motherfucking lie.
many good paying jobs available in the civilian sector, and that means the idea of joining the military is less appealing. I mean, so many people right now want to work from home instead of an office. So how many people will actually want to work long hours in physical conditions and maybe even be deployed out of the country for a cause they may or may not believe in? And number 4, the military is no longer seen as a guaranteed ticket to a job and a stable future like it might have been seen just a few decades ago. And many people are now more aware of the dangers and challenges of military service. But hold on, the biggest culprit of all of this may actually ironically be veterans. See, 80% of all new recruits have a family member who have served in the military. But now many veterans are telling their kids or grandkids not to join anymore.
I did because my father...
So hey, that's a catch-22 in and of itself. So here it is, veterans are telling their youngins not to join because they don't want them to get fucked over by this corrupt country. So let's go to Jeremiah. And like I said, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai has worked this in the minds of the people over the past decades. That's why the Vietnam War went the way that it went. That's why, you know, the invasion of Iraq and Afghanistan, all that shit went the way that it went. I'm trying to remember some of the names. Brothers who serve or who are older, or, you know, brothers that are just older in general. Y'all know some of the names of some of these conflicts over there in the Middle East, you know, between, you know, shit between the 1980s up till, you know, recently now 2020, right? This man has acquired a bad reputation for this. So these people, they just want to be Instagram famous. They want to play basketball. Don't nobody want to go get blown up, right? And now, hey, us in this truth, we don't go fight for the white man, obviously, for the sake of this truth. All right, this is, you know, this place is against our beliefs anyway, and is against our people. So we sure as hell not signing up. So it's not looking good out here for his military. Why? So that when this World War III pops off, Babylon is going to fall even the harder. Because if they had mighty men fighting like back in the day, then, you know, they'd be able to put up a good fight. But that's not the case no more. So Jeremiah 51:30, it says, the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holds. Their might hath failed. They became as women. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken. So these people, they're remaining in their holds, meaning what? They don't want to come out to war anymore. Their might hath failed. Quite literally, that's another article and video that could easily be pulled up. But the requirements for the United States military and army had to be lowered because their average new recruit is so out of shape that they can't make the cut. They can't jog, you know, what is it, a male? You got to be at least be able to do a 6-minute mile. And I think maybe what for female is like 9 or some shit, right? You know, a certain amount of push-ups, certain amount of pull-ups, you know, being able to swim and shit. They can't pass it. Why? Because these niggas are growing up. They're on TikTok. All right. Niggas is you know, eating Skittles and just jacking off every night. No discipline, no morals, no masculinity, right? So everybody weak and through. GMO foods, and that's another thing. The bodies of these new niggas, they're literally not as capable as men of older times, y'all. That's something I like to look into a lot. You know, I'll go read stories of soldiers that pulled off miraculous acts. And actually, there's a channel. I might have to do a Slack. I might have to do a video on it. But there's a channel. He goes into like great actions of military men, of minorities, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Boy, and our people, y'all, our people do shit that you see Arnold Schwarzenegger doing in fucking movies, man. Like, there's this one Northern Kingdom dude. This nigga got shot up like 30 times, was still on the move, still killing motherfuckers, you know, evacuating his teammates. You know, that one Jake, Henry, I believe his name, Henry Johnson, the Jake who fought off fucking 30 Germans single-handedly with a buck knife while being under fire, right? These new niggas can't handle that. You slap one of these niggas, they gonna pass out. So the Lord is setting it all up. These boys don't want to go out to war no more, and it all has to happen like that. It's all according to the plan of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, Salakia. So let's play some more.
I did because my father had served in the Second World War in the army in New Guinea and the Philippines, and I thought it was my...
Oh, hey, that's another one. Hey, I didn't even think to check the comments. I bet there's some good stuff in the comments right here. He says, hard to compel people to join the military when we see how veterans are treated. That's another one, y'all. Hey, that's in the book of Sirach. That's one of my favorite scriptures. Men of war supposed to be took care of. Soldiers ain't supposed to come home still be having to work 40, 50, 60 hours to make ends meet. They're supposed to be given wages, you know, that allow them to be good. That's what the fuck was they doing all that fighting and sacrificing for then? You know, here it is. Some of these dudes that come home without an arm or a leg, or without 2 arms, without 2 legs, you know. But this place is unjust, and that's all a part. That's all how the Heavenly Father set it up, so that this place can fall miserably, right?
obligation to serve.
Some veterans are saying, and I quote, I saw too many of my friends die in Iraq and Afghanistan. I don't want my kids to go through that. The military is not what it used to be. It's become more politicized, and I don't want my kids to be involved in any potential conflicts. There are other ways to serve your country without joining the military. You can volunteer your time to help others, you can donate to charities, or you can get involved in politics. Your biggest source of recruits used to come join you proudly because their families served, and now many of those same people don't even want to join anymore. You can see how this is turning into a massive problem. See, the military is the backbone of the U.S. national security. It needs a strong pool of recruits to maintain its readiness. If the military can't recruit enough people, it might not be able to meet its missions. So in order to deal with this problem, the U.S. military is kind of lowering its bar. The military is now relying on older recruits and recruits with lower test scores. It's also offering...
So now weaker motherfuckers, dumber motherfuckers, and older motherfuckers, and they throw some money at you. So these soldiers are going to be less equipped and less capable. Now go tell that to them Russians doing AK-47 push-ups, clapping AK-47 push-ups in the winter. You know, I mean, hey, everything is being set up for Babylon to lose.
Higher bonuses and incentives to attract more recruits, and even reducing its training standards. The government is taking drastic steps to address its recruiting problem. The Pentagon is now increasing its advertising budget, and it's offering up to $50,000 just in bonuses if you join. The government is also working hard to improve its image to appeal to more women and minorities, but it remains to be seen if those efforts will be effective. See, the recruiting problem is a massive one, and there's no easy solution here. But hold up, does all of this really matter since now things are shifting? I mean, technology is becoming such a big part of warfare. Do we really need so many humans on the ground? I mean, one day, won't we just deploy humanoid robots? Well, yes, technology is playing an increasingly important role in war. You have drones and robots and other high-tech weapons that are more and more common, which are reducing the need for human soldiers. But humans are still essential to warfare. See, humans are needed to make decisions, to operate the technology, and to provide support to the troop. There are still types of warfare that require human soldiers, like counterinsurgency operations. So yes, it's true. Technology is playing a more important role in warfare, but humans are still essential to the military, and the US military needs a strong pool of recruits to maintain its readiness. But this is not just an American problem. Other countries are having a hard time to get enough young people to want to join their militaries. So what are other countries doing? Israel has compulsory military.
We're not here for the other countries, and you see those rats over there. They force people, which that's what's going to be coming to America soon, the draft, and that's going to shut up all these independent, OnlyFans, dick sucking ass bitches that suck and fuck for money and talk shit how strong and independent they are, getting plowed. All right, we're gonna see how strong everybody is when you get through over there to go fight. All right, and that's in the scriptures, you know, they being brought over there to be destroyed, you know. Let the heathen, matter of fact, let me just get that, Joel 3:12. Let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge the heathen round. Yeah, okay, Joel 3:12. Let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge the heathen round about. So that's what's coming. All right, that World War III. So we need people. Somebody got to fill it up. Somebody got to be gathered up. And see, these Americans, they're trying to shy away from it because, you know, the military has acquired such a bad reputation. But it's all good. Y'all gonna go over there and die. It's all good. Habakkuk 2:16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. So that's what we're seeing. These mother effers, they're ashamed to join the military, and they're scared, and they can't handle it. So Esau's going to take drastic measures, and when he does that, that means a lot of people is going to be getting put on a fucking VTOL and flew to go get destroyed. And just from reading some of these comments, you know, it says, my dad is a Desert Storm veteran and has always told me he doesn't want any of his children to join the military. He barely sleeps and has to jump through hoops to get his VA benefits. Me and my siblings saw how America treats its vets and want no part of it. Right? So I'm pretty sure there's none but countless comments here uh, uh, you know, all these people giving their testimonies on why they don't want to join, and you know, and a lot of them, some of these guys ex-military, and like that one person said, their parents are ex-military telling them not to join. So the best days of America are behind it. All right, so we give all praises to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Wakakodash Devan, to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all like the Akim Akwath, learning, teaching, in truth and sincerity. Shalom.